Let's explore the energy of chasing more, and moving into the frequency of true contentment. This is a multidimensional meditation, so get comfy or listen to this as you go on a walk. I'm Kat Beck, and this is Mystic Medicine. We're going to begin by just dropping into our physical body. And I like to start this by looking around this space I'm in, scanning the room, a nice 360 view so that my brain and body come into the space and know where we are in time and space. And start to feel into wherever your legs, your feet, or your seat are touching the floor. Letting yourself start to ground into the earth. Maybe you feel your energy start to drop down through the base of your spine, down through your legs, out of your feet, then down into the earth, going all the way down to connect into the core of the earth. Feeling that connection, pulling it up, bringing it back into the core of you, into your heart. Your breath is probably already starting to deepen and expand through your lungs from simply slowing down for a moment. Now start to consciously breathe into the belly, to the side body, into the back, filling up. Exhaling, drop the jaw, open the mouth, let it out with some sound. Big breath in. Open your mouth wide, let it out with some sound. We make weird sounds here. This is where you aren't aiming for some perfect feeling or looking practice, okay? In Mystic Medicine, we emote. We let the weird sounds out, okay? Now as you drop in, maybe you gaze somewhere in front of you. Maybe you look at me at the screen to keep yourself grounded and anchored. That's fine. But if you'd like to go more deeply in, and if it feels safe, you can close your eyes all the way down. As we start to feel into the energetics, into the frequency of chasing more, of this scarcity mode is what it really is, you guys. Always wanting more, going for the next thing. There's another hill to climb. There's another goal to achieve so that you could feel okay. And while your soul knows that that is utter bullshit, you're still a human with an ego living on Earth, dealing with this program being constantly thrown at us through capitalism. The only way that maintains itself is if they have all of us still hooked into this program of constantly chasing more, 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 more. And our point here isn't to eradicate the ego, it is to bring awareness to how this pattern has restrained us so that we can choose to step out of it and to see beyond, to move into true contentment. And from that place of true contentment with what things are, with how things are, with feeling so grateful for what you got, that you create from that space instead of creating from lack. We're moving from creating from scarcity, lack of needing more, into content with what is, which creates from a regenerative cycle. So let's first identify in our physical body where we may feel that pattern of constantly needing to chase more, to do the next thing, to create the next thing, to achieve more, to need more. Where do you feel that pattern existing inside your flesh and bones. Maybe it's easy to point to a specific area. Maybe it feels more broad. Maybe it feels like you can't tap fully in to that layer yet. That's totally fine. Where are you intuitively drawn towards? If you can place your hands on that area, for me, it's the solar plexus, you know. It's like they like hooked in to our source of willpower, to our sense of personal power. And they're like, well, we're going to drain that with this constantly seeking more so that you can't tap into the eternal stream that comes from divinity, that comes from your soul. All the patterns and the ways in which our bodies had to compensate in order to withhold this really inorganic way of existing. It was really smart of our body. You know, when you think about it, it was just like it was doing what it could to maintain this because this is how the majority of humans experience the world. So let's just simply keep breathing and feeling into that pattern, into how it's really imprinted the fascia, the connective tissues that are this incredible electromagnetic circuitry that communicates with every cell and system of your body. What does the fascia of this area feel like as you bring all of your awareness directly into it? Maybe your hands want to make circles. Maybe your hands want to just lovingly send light into this area. Maybe your body wants to shift to sway, as I have been doing this whole time, or circle into some spirals. Really just intuitively, meaning instinctually, without thinking about it. How does your body want to be met right now? And as you breathe into this area, into this pattern of always chasing the next thing, never quite satisfied with where you are, needing more to feel like you'll be fulfilled. Are there any sounds that want to be expressed? Are there any weird emotions that want to crawl through your face and come out? Is there anything that your body wants to do with this? And now we're going to start to move into what's held in the field here, in the auric field, in the astral body. As you tap in, we ask God to guide us, to show us any stories that we are holding here. Maybe these stories, maybe these memories come through as symbols or as entire scenes in your mind's eye. It can come through audibly, however you clairvoyantly or sentiently or empathically receive information about yourself. Trust it. What stories are held here that you are ready to truly witness? And just take a moment to note that. Maybe you want to write that down in your journal. Maybe that was like a super interesting intel. And maybe it fully cleared, closed and completed itself in that moment of witnessing. Now we're going to start to bring in a frequency transmission. This is a direct, divinely guided frequency for the specific attunement you need right now. However energy moves through you, whether that's through finding stillness or whether it's through moving your hands or your voice in some way, let that start to come through. As I start to attune all of our fields to receive this specific frequency for each of us, which doesn't just clear this old pattern, but it starts to attune us into the more organic structure of true contentment. The contentment that allows us to still have aspirations, to still want to create, to show up. This isn't some place of like, well, now I don't need to do anything. It's not neutrality. It's just how your soul actually wants to create from, wants to move forward from. It's a deep gratitude for what you have so you can create more from that place instead of creating from scarcity. Just breathe to receive, allowing your body to attune in perfect time. Take a big breath in, maybe reach your arms up, get a nice full body stretch. Exhale, drop the arms down. Big breath in, down into your roots, into your legs, down into the center of the earth, grounding you all the way in. Exhale, bring your awareness back up into the body, into the heart, closing out any open timelines and portals. Completing those patterns which were witnessed, bringing everyone back into their bodies fully here and now. Thank you so much for energetically exploring with me. If you like that, comment about your experience below. I would love to hear about it. Give me a thumbs up. You know the deal. Subscribe if you're not already. See ya.